Hi everyone, I'm Anuja. Welcome back to my class. This is the fourth lecture class about the methods. In the previous class, we have discussed about the method invocation that is specified on the non-return type with and without argument. So in the previous video, we have learned about to define a method with non-return type with and without arguments. We have used the keyword void. So in this video, we are going to learn about a return type without and with arguments. So any return type we have to specify. How we will define the return type with or without arguments. So let's see. So here, yes. First we will define a method. When we are defining a method, we should consider the method return type and the method name. And inside the brackets, we will write the statements or the task we will define here. And finally, we will return the value because this is a return type. So just an example here, I'm just writing an example for that one. You can consider an example to add two values, sum of two values. So I'm writing public int sum of, okay, inside that I'm writing this calculation for this value, int a equal to 5, b equal to 6, int c equal to a plus b. So this in this C variable we are calculating the sum and we need to return. This is an integer data value or integer method type. This is an integer method type, so we need to return a value. Which value we are calculated, that value we have to return it. So for that we can write here return C. This is an example for return type, method name or return type without argument. Return type without argument, how we will write. This is an example. This is the method definition. After defining a method, we need to invoke this or call this method to execute the statements. So how to call this statement? In non-return type, we will use only the method name. But in the case of return type, this value, we are inside the method, we have defined a value and it is returning a value to the calling statement. So we need a receiving variable that will receive this function. So here I am just writing a variable like integer yes equal to this method name. What is the method name here? Sum. So we will write sum. So in the non-return type or using the void variable, void return type, we don't want to use this integer variable. Or receiving variable is not necessary. Only by the method call, by mentioning the method name, we can call this method definition or we can invoke a particular method that we defined in the program. But in the case of return type, method name means return type is the, here in this example you can see here we have given the return type as integer and inside this method we have defined the sum of two values that we initialized here and we should return that value that is calculated in the variable c. So while then after defining this we need to invoke this method. So when we are invoking a method like this, a return type, we should specify a receiving variable that belongs to the same data type. So integer is the value, integer is the return value or return type of this method that belongs, C is also integer value. So the same integer data type we are giving as a variable, a receiving variable, integer any variable equal to that particular method. This is the way you will call or invoke a method defined by the return type. Is it clear? Okay. So the next one, we will move to that. Yeah, here I need to write here. So how to call this one? Integer variable equal to method name. This is the way you will call a method with a return type without argument. So the next one we have done with a return type without parameters. This is known as return type without parameter. There is no parameter we are passing, so it is with return type without parameter. So the next one, return type with the parameter. So what changes will be there for this return type with parameter? So let's see how to write. Yes, return type with parameter means you will consider a method, return type, method name and parameter list. Inside the curly brackets, we will write the calculation or the task we will define, and we will return the value of the variable. So, and how to call this type method with arguments. The same way, receiving variable should be there equal to function name along with the parameters we are calling. So, this is the general syntax. We will call by the method, call the method which is having return type or which is having the parameter along with the return type. Okay. So, let's see an example for this one. So, here I am just passing two parameters. Just imagine we need to find the sum of two integer value that we are passing is the parameters. So I need to find the sum of two integer parameters. So I am just passing as int a and int b, two parameters that two belong to the integer data type. So all of you, when you are writing when you are defining a method, all of you remember when we consider multiple arguments on the parameter, we have to specify the data type of each argument and should be separated by comma like this. Okay. So here in this example, we need to define a method that will receive two integer parameters and it will return that sum as integer data type. So how will you write? Yes, we can write like this: c equal to a plus b. Can we? Yes. So after that, what we have to do? Return c. That means in this example, in this method, integer is the return type, two parameters we are passing, and after calculating the sum c equal to a plus b. So after calculating, we are returning the value c because this is a return type data method. The return type is specified as integer, so we have to return the value to the calling statement. So after defining this method, if you want to execute, yes, definitely we need, after defining a method, we need to execute this method. How we will execute the method? By calling this method, we can execute this method. So how we will call? For that, we will assign a variable like any other variable, like data type should be same, and I'm just writing s1 equal to some, s1 is indicating equal to function name along with the parameter. Function name is sum and parameters. Do you remember in that one void return type or in that non value, non return type method along with the parameter list? I have told you here we are passing the actual values. As a parameter, we are passing in the method call, we will pass it is an actual value. So I am giving here as 3 and 6, two parameters I am passing. So this is method definition, MD, and this is method calling statement, MC. MC is method calling statement. So in MC or method calling statement, the parameters are known as actual parameters, and in the method formation, for definition, that is known as, in the definition, it is known as formal parameters. Parameters that along with the method definition is known as formal parameters. Formal parameters that passed in the method calling statement is known as actual parameters. So in this example, which are the formal parameters? Yes, exactly. A and B are the formal parameters. These are formal parameters. And which one is the actual parameter? 3 and 6 I have given while in the calling statement, that is known as actual parameter. Okay. So this way we will call a method which is having a return type along with the parameter list. So when you are defining method, you should remember these 4 points. The first 2 points already we have discussed in the previous video, that is the non-return type, without and with argument. In the case of non-return type means we have only one keyword, that is the void method name, and there is no return statement should be used in that non-return type, that is using the void. There is no return value to submit, no return value, so we don't use any return statement. While in the case of while in the case of return type, we should use the return statement because we need to return a value to the calling statement. And how we will call that method? While we are calling the method, we will use the statement like this. It should be receiving a particular variable s or any variable. You can just consider, give any other variable, but the variable data type should be similar. Okay, this is the way you will. So I hope all of you understood this return type along with the parameters and with or without parameters, and how to define the method and how to call the method. Please learn this all. And all of you know, board has announced new a bifurcated syllabus. It's divided to semesters. It's divided to 2 semesters. In semester 1, we have fully MCQs. Till constructors, we have the chapters. So you should prepare for that. So for that, fully MCQ means don't think it will be very easy, but we need to know the concept. If you know the concept, means definitely it will be very easy. You can score good marks or the full marks, but you should learn these all the concept. Right? Understand the concept and just learn it thoroughly. You should write the proper answer. You should choose only the proper answer. If you know the concept well, only you can choose the answers correctly. Otherwise, it's very difficult. It is very different from the previous years. That is only based on the MCQ. So we can expect code snippets or output based questions, looping concepts, decision making statements, method and definition, calling statement, method prototype, these type of questions we can expect. We are expecting that type of question. So when you are learning on topic, please learn thoroughly based on the concept. It's easy to score full mark, and the same way it is easy to lose the marks also. And don't give a chance to lose your marks. Please learn the concept thoroughly. Okay, thank you so much. In this video, only we are discussing about the return type with and without arguments. So here I have specified also that is formal parameters and the actual parameter. So please learn parameters that mentioned in the method definition is known as formal parameter. Parameter that defined in the method calling statement is known as actual parameter. These are the two points you have to learn. Okay. So there may be a question. Just write the formal parameters from this question. From this method definition, yeah, definitely you can write it. Okay. Okay, let's see a program. Find a method volume and returns the volume of a cuboid which is having integer arguments LBH. The volume of cuboid has given us a formula L into B into H. And after defining the method, invoke that method volume in another method show volume. So in the first one, we should define a method name is known as volume. It returns the volume of a cuboid. So you can understand it should be a return type. The method should be based on a return type. So yes, and it is having integer arguments. Arguments we are passing. How many arguments? 3 arguments L, B, and H. And by defining a method name known as volume, and it returns the volume of the cuboid, and it accepts the 3 integer arguments here. After defining the method volume, it should be called in another method that is known as show volume. In the show volume, it doesn't specify any return type, so we can write that it is a which one, that it is a void data. So let's see. So I am just giving a class demo 3. Okay, inside that we will write all the methods inside the class. A class having multiple methods. It can consist multiple methods. So here the first one, method name is in this, the define a method name is volume. So and returns the volume of a cuboid. It should return the value also. So return means it we can just consider it as an integer return type. Method name is volume. Then it is having the arguments as three. Sorry, it is having the arguments as 3 arguments. Which are the arguments? L, B, H, 3 integer arguments. So we will pass 3 integer arguments here. Int L, comma int B. Then last one is int H. So 3 arguments we are passing. Inside this method, we should write the formula to find the volume of a cuboid L into B into H. So here I am writing int volume or vol equal to L into B into H. Can we? Yes, after this calculation of volume, we should return the value that is calculated under the volume variable. So this is the method defined for the first one, that is the volume. So as per the question, once more as per the question, we can easily identify the method name of this one, that is the volume. Then it returns the volume of a cuboid. So you have to specify any return type, and it having the integer argument, 3 integer arguments LBH. And all of you know when we are passing it's an integer, it's easy to write integer return type. So we are writing integer volume in the int volume. Then inside this we should return the value. That means the calculation we are doing in the volume VOL variable, it's equal to length into breadth into height, and we are returning the value. So after this is the definition. So we have defined this method volume. Then after that, we need to invoke this volume method in another method to show volume. We need to show the value. So how we will write? There it is not specified any return type. So we can write this void show volume of. So show volume means what it means. We need to show the volume that we have get it from that volume method. Is it? Yes. So here we are calling the method. How will you call the return type with argument? Return type with arguments means we have to assign a variable. That variable that is a receiving variable. In this receiving variable, we are calling the specifying the calling function. So how will you write here? I am just writing int v equal to method name. Method name is volume of. Here we will pass the direct values 5. I am passing 5 to 3. 3 parameters we are passing here. Then you can write, we need to display the or show the volume. So I am writing here volume equal to plus v. So that value it is calculated in the variable v will display here. Okay. So this is inside. So you can once more in this class we have two methods. One is the volume method. In this volume, this is the method definition. We define the volume of a cuboid by the formula and we return the value through the volume VOL variable, and this volume method has called in another method, that is the show volume method. How we will call that return type along with the parameter. It should be received in a variable like a receiving variable that should be similar to the same data type. So integer b equal to volume of the actual values we are passing here. So this is method calling statement and this is method definition, and the parameters here 5 to 3 are the actual parameters. The parameters which are passing in the method calling statements are actual parameter, and LBH, these are the formal parameters. So this is the way we will write a method with a return type along with the parameters. Okay. So we can do some more exercise.